Yo people, day 6 of the 7-day application development series. Welcome to the video. In this video, it is going to be the last but one day before of how you're going to look at applications that I've been developing over the last 5 days. We've done a great job at fixing things. We've done a great job at building the UI from scratch, everything from scratch. This video is going to be mainly targeted at fixing these bugs that we found out yesterday. And also building this app launcher icon is very important for any application. We're going to build these application icons for this video and also look at some ads that we want to put in this video. So that's what we have in today's agenda. Let's go straight into the video. Alright, so this is called as the Canva. Canva is a free online tool. It isn't free completely. It's actually a premium based model where you can buy things if you want to buy. You just go into this online tool, you go in here, you find a lot of available things that you want to find. You can build anything you want to build. There are a lot of free templates. I personally recommend this. You do not have to pay anything if you are building applications for fun, or if you want to even make it a professional one. These templates are of huge help. All you have to do is go here, click on this logo. It's going to create a 500 by 500 template blank page for you. You go here, there are a lot of templates that you can choose from. You can find anything that matches your interest, and you can just choose one and build your app's launcher icon. Do every app company that is, or do every person that is out there build the icons through this way? No, they do not. There are a lot of ways to do that. There is a Photoshop way, there is an Illustrator way that you can build things from scratch. But since we aren't going to be building applications that are going to be of huge demand, this is a simple utility application. We do not want to market this as something that is not what it is. So the app's launcher icon is going to be the gateway into how the user feels the application. I personally feel this is more than enough. If you are starting to build an application, this is going to be giving you a great start at what you want to do. Go here, choose one template, and that is what I've done. I have just completed building the application's launcher icon that I want it to look like. This is the idea that I had in mind. This is actually a template that I found. I just added some things here, and that is what is looking like right now. You can change your templates, you can change your font, you can change the color. This color I'm going to change. I'm going to change to what we had initially. We initially had what we have. Desktop. How do you go desktop? So we had this. This is the color, banner color that we had, remember? So I'm going to take the secondary color. I'm going to give it to this one. I'm going to give maybe this one. Does it look fine? I think it does look fine. It looks really good. This is going to be my application launcher icon. I've designed this less than 5 minutes if I remember right. This is a simple template that I found out. I changed the font. I added that one line. I added that circle. It looks really good now, and that is it for the application's launcher icon video. So you can just do a lot of things if you want to. If you have a Photoshop experience, it's much more helpful. I do build launcher icons specifically if I'm building things for for a company, or say for a client who wants to build and launch an application for them. It's a business, so I get ideas from their business. But it's also easy to build it this way. Because it doesn't take so much time, right? You do not want to spend hours and hours into building a launcher icon and forget to build the main application itself. So that is the main reason why I'm not going in depth into how to build these launcher icons. You can find this one here. There are other things also. When you're launching an application, you will see tomorrow what are the other things that you need. You need screenshots of the application. You need to have, say, other full poster for an application. So you can also design that through this Canva tool, which is very free. You don't have to pay anything. Just click on this download, and it's going to download this for you for free. That is, it's done. It's going to download it for free. Alright, the first issue that we have is the done button is not refreshing the entire UI as soon as it is clicked. So how do you refresh that entire UI? We already know that for any stateful widget in Flutter, the setState method is the only way to refresh the UI. We can look for alternatives like using navigator, push and pop, one after another, which is not a very good option because we do not want to create a lot of navigator pushes. So what we're going to do is use the setState method. look at how we can refresh the UI. We can give maybe a simple way to do that. We can create a simple method to do that, and we'll see how to get the UI from the DB and put it in the user's home page. That is what we're going to do now. Let's go. Awesome guys, we have completed that. What I have done is actually moved the entire future builder from here. We actually had a future builder inside our show dialog method. So what I've done is I've moved the entire future builder, which was inside here as the main container's body. I've moved into a method called as the return future values, and I've set a widget to future builder. So what I'm doing is every time I'm going to be requiring the future builder to be calling again and again, I'm just going to call this return future values, which is going to set the state for the future operation, and which in turn will refresh the UI's homepage, which is what we require, right? So that is what I've done, and it is working as I expected it to. The next one is the snack bar showing longer than expected. We have to do some research on that and fix it. The next two important ones are drop down is not reflecting one, which is actually again equal to 1 day, 1 month problem, and none value is not handled in the task. We will look at all the solutions for all the three, and let me come back to you guys with the solutions. Hey guys, how's it going? Completed fixing all the 4 bugs that we had. The first one was the done refresh is not reflecting that as soon as the user clicks the done, it is not reflecting that we saw today. How to fix it? The 3 other was snack bar is showing for longer time. I reduced the duration to 1 second, so just 1 second is going to show. The drop down value is not reflecting in the home page. That is also fixed. And finally, the one is none is not handled in when you're entering the task name. So it's like empty values are not handled. That is also fixed. So this is how the application looks right now. I go in, I say task name, and I input any values I wanted to say 3. It is reflecting. As soon as I click done, it's showing here 3 is the. What did I do to fix that? So the thing is, everything about Flutter is the states. So we forgot to look at how the state is going to change when the user changes the value. The situation is that in say a show dialog widget, the widget has to completely refresh for it to show a new state. We cannot just change the state of the alert dialog alone and expect that the show dialog is also going to change. So what I'm saying is that to say that if the same thing is happening in settings option also, drop down is there, we are changing the drop down value and it's reflecting. But it's not the same case in the app homepage app, because the show dialog has the drop down value and we are changing this just the state of the drop down value alone, wherein the show dialog is not changing. So what I did was I moved the entire thing to a new method called as return dialog option, and whenever the user wants to change the state, he just has to call the return dialog option. So that is how the on press is going to work. And we have completed that. Alright, so continuing on, I just made one more change to the settings options page where I've removed, as I discussed yesterday, that I want to remove the frequency page. And this is how the page is going to look like for now. You just told that backlog frequency is going to be just a variable. It's not going to be a variable, it's going to be a static value. So it's up to the user to control how long you want to see a data or not see a data. Alright, so this is the final application. We are ready to put on the banner ads for our application. There are 2 types of ads, banner ads and interstitial ads. There are also native ads. There are also reward ads. So these are part of Admob company. There's a company called Admob, and which Google acquired later on, where they linked the AdSense accounts or the AdSense program with the Admob, and they started rendering ads for the mobile applications. It was a bomb 10 years ago. Anybody who used or developed applications 10 years ago just had to put on ads on their application, and they would make a fortune out of it. If you're looking to use ads in your application, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. First things first, go to the add mobile account, which is actually this page. You can just go here and create an account ID. You must have Google ID. You just use it to sign up, and this is how the page is going to look like. So you just go and create the name of the application, and this is how the page is going to look like. What you do is just click on select. You just have to create a banner ad first. But what is a banner ad? The simple ads that show on the top of an application or the bottom of an application. It's up to the user to put it wherever he wants to, developer to put it wherever he wants to put it. Just go here, give a sample name. Say maybe I'll give it as home banner. It's going to be the showing on the home banner. So I'm just going to click on the create home banner, and it creates me the ID. I'm just going to blur things out like last part because I don't want you guys to misuse it. It might affect my AdSense program. So I'm just going to take these two IDs, importantly these two IDs, and I'm going to show you guys how to use it. Okay, so I'll just click done here. That thing is created. I'm just going to go to this one Flutter plugin called as Admob Flutter, which is nothing but a simple external plugin like resource that you can just find out. I just did a Google search and they found this. There are the tutorials showing me to use some other thing called as a Firebase Admob. I don't know if it works anymore. This seems to be latest one. May of 31st is really latest. We can't expect anything more than that. So how do you do that? So just have to add this external thing to your pubspec.yaml. Go here, find your pubspec.yaml. Add this. Use packages get. Go here. It says that you have to update your Android manifest. Okay, important thing. I said I have a Google account only, so I can release my app as an APK for the Android platform only. I cannot release it for an iOS because I don't have a Swift or iOS developer account. It costs $100 for a lifetime membership, which is costly for me because I don't develop iOS apps. I'm not really good with iOS apps. I have not done it. I've been doing Android for more than 5 years, so I have a developer account and I have released a lot of applications as well, so I know how things work with Android. So the thing with Android is that you have to make some changes to the Android manifest. Flutter is not going to do that for you. All I have to do is just copy paste whatever is present. I'll just put on this page in the description. You can just check that out. All I've done, I'm just not going to change anything. It is given that it is a test app ID. You can use it as well. Just copy paste it in your, go to your Android, your app, source, main, Android manifest. Go here. It says you have to paste it somewhere between application. So I'm just going to copy this metadata here, manifest application. I'm just going to maybe have to copy it here. Does it sound fine? And it does sound fine. So what is this ID? This ID is nothing but your account ID, which is going to be created. The things that are blurred out, that is going to be your account ID that you have to paste it here in this place. Once you do that, all you have to do is go and make use of this Flutter plugin that we used. Just initialize this Flutter plugin that we used. Go to our main.file. Just import this. Alright, great. So after some trial and error, I just found out the dummy banner ad test ID. So what was happening was that the IDs were working perfectly fine, but the ads were not rendering on the ad device. This happens usually because I created a very new account just for the sake of introducing you guys to the AdSense purpose. And what happens is that since the account is not being used, it's a very new account. It was not rendering the live ads immediately as soon as I created the new banner IDs. So what I've done is I've just taken the Google's own banner test IDs. So what happens now is that this is how the IDs are rendered. It's just saying it's a test ad and it's a 480 by 60 test ad, which is what we require. So we just confirmed that the banner ID, this Admob plugin works perfectly fine. What I'm going to do is that if you see from here, it's saying that there is a pop-up saying that it is not working fine. How can you solve that? It's going to be a bit tricky. I was thinking of adding maybe a stack because what is happening is that when you do this, you are pushing the entire container below, which is not what the app wants. I just have to make sure I do some modifications to this I might be trying stack and see how it works. If it doesn't work, I'm thinking of adding, maybe looking at some other options, maybe changing the column widget size and all that to make it work. The idea is to add 3 important ads in home, dashboard and settings. Ads are rendering fine perfectly. I'm just going to add 3 different ads to be rendered on this page, and that is what I'm going to think about. Maybe I'll also talk to you guys about interstitial ads if you have time. If you don't, this is just as a simple code that you just have to add to the interstitial ad and it automatically render on the device. But let me go switch on to the first fixing this, and let me meet you guys. Phew, finally add all the ad units that it require for the application to run. If you can see from here, the application is looking like this right now. The bottom breaking is not happening. What I've done is I've gone individually to each page and added a column widget to the scaffold, and on inside this column widget's first widget, I'm going to be adding this add mobile banners. It is actually rendering a test ad right now because, as I told you, it does not have an active ad that is going to lively give you ads. Maybe it might take some time. You guys can see about that tomorrow. Before you launch the application to the Google Play Store, it must have a live ad. So that is also an agenda for tomorrow. The one change that I've made is here. I had to make sure that the things are a little bit cramped. It is not breaking a lot of things, just a little bit cramped, so that I can give space for the ad at the top, and also the good amount of space in the bottom for the widget, this chart widget to show. The settings page is also a little bit changed. I just contain things, like cramp things a bit. And this is important because when you're running it in a simulator, it might not be exactly how you're seeing it in the application. There's a lot of scenarios where you try to make sure things are coming closer and closer, but when you render it in a big up mobile, which is actually not this size, maybe longer in size, it might look weird. So we'll check that out tomorrow as well. But I believe in Flutter as an framework in rendering across all devices, so I'm pretty sure it must be taken care of. Alright, what we have in store for tomorrow on the 7th day of the 7-day app development series, we're going to be looking at how to release this application, build an APK and put that into Google Play Store, which is going to be really exciting because I've released more than 12 applications in Google Play Store so far over the last 4.5 years, and never built a Flutter APK, never built something using Flutter APK. So it's a learning curve for me as well. We'll look at how to do that tomorrow. And starting with Scrum, we'll also look at how to add live ad units before pushing it to the Google Play Store. We might also have to require creating some banners for the application. We might also have to add the icon that we built today, and a lot more tomorrow. We'll look at all of that in the tomorrow's video. On the final day of the 7-day app development series, it is important for me to understand how you guys felt. So just let me know in the comment section below how you felt about building this in this video. Alright guys, let me meet you tomorrow. It's been great fun. 6 days of complete coding has been really good experience for me. And yeah, let me meet you tomorrow. Until then, it's Bharat. Peace out. Have a great day and make something happen.